Ready? So basically, like I was saying, we need to go back to, we need to pay more attention to what is being the votes, basically. Okay. So I can come in here and just talk until I actually put my words into actions. I haven't done nothing. Look at the platform. Look at the policies and then go with that, whichever is best for you. So I am a conservative because number one, I'm a Christian. I love America. I mean, I love God. It is family. I pro Second Amendment. So if you want a place that has no law, if you want a place that is basically ran by criminals and stuff, you are welcome to move in another place. America isn't a place for you.
Those corner
Isn't a
people
place for
over
you.
there need your voice. Black Lives Matter group?
No, they don't need my voice. I'm not accepted into the group
No.
because I believe
But they need to
in
hear some intelligence.
I believe in a husband and a wife in a home, and they don't want any of that. Okay, I believe in God. They are not any part of that.
Oh, no.
I believe in country. They don't want any part of that. I believe in self-respect. I believe in working hard and earning anything that you want. Y'all, I ask black people every day just about what is it you want to do that you cannot do? What is it the white man does that you cannot do? What's stopping you? Is there any place in America that says on the whites, like education, employment, places, a place you can live? Is there any place in America that has all white? We have long passed that. And thank goodness for the Republican Party. Okay, had it not been for those brave men back in the old days, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't. Slavery did happen, but guess what? Black folks, we were not the only people that were slaves. Okay, every groups of people throughout this entire world before we even came to be have gone through some kind of oppression, slavery, and things like that, because it is a hard issue. It has nothing to do with the color of your skin. It has nothing to do with, are you tall, are you short, are you rich, are you poor? It is a hard issue. Racism is a sin issue. So until we can actually come together and see that our problems are rooted in sin, we will never ever get past that. And I have every reason to go around and hate people, but then how do I improve myself? How do I get up every day and say, well, I'm just gonna hate you because you're white, because of what happened when I wasn't even alive? Now let's come back to the whole issue though of slavery. Who sold the black race into slavery? It was the black folks. So we try to kind of just, pick on just the white folks on the very tail end of American slavery, but we don't never ever want to go back to where it started, how it came to be. It was my ancestors, their ancestors before them that was going into the villages, literally conquering places and enslaving the entire community. When they found out that they could make money from the white man, guess what they did? They rounded up the black folks and sold them into slavery. It wasn't against anybody will, but it was for those people that felt like it was okay for them. So again, y'all, we need to realize that every group in America, in the world, has gone through oppression, has gone through slavery, has gone through stuff at one point. Black people, we cannot continue being a victim. This is what you've been taught. This is the Democratic Party platform, is for you to feel victimized. Because if you feel like you need help from somebody else, you don't have the self-worth to go out there and do for yourself. Now let me tell you a little story. I was born and raised in Liberia, West Africa, okay? I came here in my late teens and I couldn't read and write. It wasn't the white man that stopped me. It wasn't slavery that was not able to give me the things that I needed to go on and become a productive adult. It was my own people that did that to my people. My mother can still not read and write. But guess what? I'm not gonna sit there and complain, well, it was those white people. No, it wasn't. It was black on black crimes, which is something we don't like to talk about in our communities. The entire year of 2019, 9 black men were killed in the hands of police officers. They were not just innocent black men, okay? They had to do something to have actually come in contact with law enforcement. I've been pulled over and I'm still alive. I'm talking to y'all. I've never been to jail. I've never been arrested, nothing. So whenever I go out and I break the law, I respect myself and I make it right.
I heard you.
Maybe if we can begin to learn to respect ourselves, if we can begin to learn to control ourselves.
You need to go home.
She is our people.
I am talking to my people. Get off of there, hun. Miss pink hair. But anywho, we need to actually get back to what really matters, okay? For one, a lot of black people, we don't have control. I am a black woman, so yes, I can say so because I see it in my community. Why is it Black Lives Matter never talk about the crimes in the black community? The entire year, 2019, more black babies were murdered via abortion in New York City alone than black men were killed in the hands of bad cops. If people actually do care about the bad police officers, maybe we need to get rid of the union within a police state so that we are able to fire people that do wrong. But guess what the union does? It actually shields the bad cops. So you've got 1% of bad police all across the nation you cannot get rid of. But Democrats can't say nothing about that because their policies. Their policies is the reason why we are still able to keep the bad cops on the force. Okay, it's the same thing with our education system. You cannot fire a bad teacher because the teacher union stand in the way. They keep coming for more money, but yet our children get dumped off with crappy education. Imagine in the city of Baltimore, 17 high schools in Baltimore, the students are not proficient in reading, writing, and math. 17! How much money have we plugged into Baltimore? Billions of dollars! But we can't talk about those issues because if we bring the real issues, then I'm racist, I'm anti-black, I hate myself. Honey, the last time I checked, I was born this way and I'm gonna be this way until the Lord calls me home. So, black people, black liberals and white liberals are the #1 obstacle to the black lives in America. Because if you get up every day and say, well, I can't do this because I'm black, honey, you ain't gonna do it because you already got it in your mind.
Yeah.
Okay? We are still dealing with slavery. It's a different form of slavery. This time around, in the 21st century, we're dealing with mental slavery. Again, brought to you by the Democratic Party. Just like we're talking about physical slavery with chains that was done to the black race. Again, it wasn't just the black race that were enslaved in America, okay? We had white slaves too, okay?
And
we had white slaves. But the Democratic Party for which you vote for right now was the very party that did not want black people to be free.
Oh, yeah.
Did not care. They actually call you subhuman. You were not allowed to be in the same place as them because the Democrats felt like they were so far above everything else. As if to say they had the power that God actually had. No, they did not. And now you are over here, we're dealing with the same old thing. They're telling you to hate another person because of their color. Not because of their deeds, not because of their heart, but because of their color. I wasn't born to slavery. I'm not a slave. My mother was not born to slavery. Yes, I was born in a place that did not give me any opportunity at all. But I was not born chained down. Okay, Liberia. Okay, there is no white person alive right now that owns slaves. Now let's talk about the Democrats trying to tear down every monument in America. There is a reason why they're trying to tear it down. Because if they tear it down, you would not get to know the true history of the Democratic Party. Those were the very Democrats that were against the progress of the black race way back then. Think about it though. Why is it liberals, communists, socialists, Democrats, leftists took over academia? Why did they take over the media? Why did they take over entertainment? Well, so they can control the real American history. Because if we were allowed as people to be exposed to real American history, unfiltered American history, they will be exposed. They will be exposed. Go back, y'all, and do your own research. Look at the black lives before they started voting Democrats and see what it was. Yes, you have segregation, you have all of those things, but there is nothing the white family did the black family couldn't do until we started. Until the Democratic Party was able to infiltrate our churches, our community leaders, and they were able to buy them with money to get a black vote to change to the Democratic Party. And ever since then, there is mass destruction. There complete decimation of the black lives, where black children cannot even go outside and play without being shot in predominantly black communities. But no, let's not talk about those things because that makes too much sense. Let's talk about Black Lives Matter. Where is Black Lives Matter in Chicago?
Yay.
Last week, 15 people were shot, broad daylight, in Chicago. Did you ever find Black Lives Matter? No. No. Where is Black Lives Matter when it comes to abortion? They're nowhere to be found. When more black babies get murdered via abortion every freaking day, they can't. So white people, unless if you actually hate people, like black people, you got nothing to worry about. Don't feel guilty, do not feel sorry because you are just a human being. Don't let anybody tell you because you're white, so you cannot do this. No, no, no. It's like me coming up to you and telling you, well, because you're black, you can't do this. That is what the Democrat does. Let them do that. That is not who we are. You're a free person. You can do whatever it is you want. I work with white doctors, white everything, black everything. There is nothing you want you cannot achieve in America. The question is though, what do you want?
Amen.
How bad do you want it? And how hard are you willing to work to earn it? And those are questions you're going to have to answer for yourself because I really don't mind and I'm living my absolute best life. I wouldn't be where I am today had it not been America. So you guys, y'all stay blessed.